On November 27th, the Lebanese military moved towards the southern border with Israel. Their task is to enforce the ceasefire between Israel and the Iranian-based terrorist group Hezbollah. Under the UN Security Council resolution, Beirut is also committed to controlling the production and sale of weapons in the country to prevent the groups from rearming. In turn, the IDF within 60 days will leave Lebanese territory.
Look at the absurdity of the situation. It is a terrorist organization controlling South Lebanon, operating freely and even holding a faction in parliament. At the same time, there's the formal Lebanese state army. Now, instead of addressing the issue from the start, this army will move in to take over Israel's position after their withdrawal, hopefully leading to some kind of ceasefire.
The ceasefire was brokered by the US and France on November 26. European countries, together with Arab states, welcomed the ceasefire between the parties. The UN saw the move as the first ray of hope in the conflict in the Middle East.
It is very important that those who signed the ceasefire agreement respect it, and it is important that this commitment paves the way for a political solution to the Lebanese crisis. And at the same time, I can assure you that the UN interim force in Lebanon, the United Nations peacekeeping force that is in Lebanon, is now fully prepared to contribute to the ceasefire.
The day after the ceasefire was announced, the parties accused each other of violating the agreement. Despite this, Washington stepped up discussions on the terms of ceasefire in the Gaza Strip.
President Biden intends to begin that work today by having his envoys engage with Turkey, Qatar, Egypt, and other actors in the region. There have been ongoing indirect contacts through the mediators with Hamas in recent weeks. We believe that now that we have a ceasefire in Lebanon, the pressure will only grow on Hamas to reach a deal. I can't predict if and when it will happen, but I can tell you that we are going to put every ounce of effort we have into making it happen.
However, experts warn that comparing a ceasefire with Hezbollah to the possibility of similar agreement with Hamas is not entirely accurate, as the influence of the group in the Gaza Strip has its own specifics.
The entire Gaza Strip was under the control of the terrorist organization Hamas, whereas Lebanon still maintains a government and a sovereign army. The situation is different there, as the Lebanese army represents the state. In Gaza, however, Hamas, a terrorist group, was the ruling power until it was dismantled. The group's military leadership was destroyed, and many of its members were killed or captured.
There is no information yet about the talks between Tel Aviv and Hamas. Following the ceasefire agreement between Israel and Hezbollah, Hamas spokesman Sami Abu Zuhri said that Hamas was also ready to reach a truce with Israel and end fighting in the Gaza Strip. At the same time, Israel Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said that truce with Hezbollah would increase pressure on Hamas and focus on the Iranian threat. Reported by Anastasia Tarnavska, Nikita Skoblikov, UATV News.